Hey, it's New Whiskey Wednesday, and tonight, as promised, we're going to go ahead and review a Westland product. American Oak Westland Single American Malt Whiskey. Stay tuned. Hey, you tuned into the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel. YouTube's primarily Washington State-based wine and spirits channel, but not exclusively. And tonight, we are going to discuss a Washington State-based distillery. But first, if you like this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon right next to it. I'll try to post a link here or here. What up to? We'll get it figured out. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, I reviewed the Garyana and I believe the sherried whiskey. And I promised that we would go ahead and finish the other two. Now, this is a small 200-liter bottle. If you are new to the whiskey scene, if you are new to trying flavors, please go ahead and search out the small bottles if you are unsure. These things, Westland has done it right with their tasting package. They package up a small box for about $60, put 3 200 milliliter bottles on it of their core line. This is their American Single Oak line. Now, in that package, you will see this little booklet here. This little booklet explains everything about the New American. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's special about this. Now, what they've done here is this is a blend of 5 single malts. I'm going to read off the mash bill here. Now, they're all malted barleys. Washington Select Pale Malt, Munich Malt, Extra Special Malt, Pale Chocolate Malt, and Brown Malt. And what they've done, now Westland really does try to stick a little bit to the Scottish heritage of used oak, but in this particular case, this is a mix of Cooper Select New American Oak, Cooper's Reserve New American Oak, and First Fill Ex Bourbon Cask. So it's a mix of New American Oak and used oak. Let's go ahead, take a look at this. The color on this is a deep, deep amber. The legs on this are absolutely beautiful. Now, with the chocolate malt, I do expect a little bit of smokiness. Now, this is not a peated whiskey. This is not of their peated whiskey line, okay? On the nose, the bourbon ex-bourbon cask and the New American Oak cask really come through. These were aged. This was aged 3 years, all at a minimum of 3 years. I'm getting a lot of Bananas Foster. Yeah. Vanilla. Almost like a grilled peach. It's kind of odd. And I suspect that's a little bit of mix of the charring of the barrel mixed with the different malts. Boy, that is heavy vanilla. That's the creme brulee. It's the Bananas Foster. It is just rich, deep. Now, this is also aged out at the storage facility out on the coast. And let me go ahead and step back. It's distilled in Seattle, but they have their storage facility, the Rick House, out on Hoquiam in Hoquiam, Washington, which is actually out on the coast. So you're going to get a little bit more of a mild temperature swing out there. You're right on the coast where you're going to have a little bit of that sea salt come in. And you do get a little bit of that, I don't want to say brine, because it's not like an Isla brine. This is more along the lines of a, I'd say wetland at low tide. Ah, it's beautiful on the nose. Let's go ahead and take a sip. What's the ABV on this? This is at 92 proof, so it's 46% ABV. It tastes like something sitting at 100 proof. That creme brulee, that Bananas Foster, coats the palate It's got a deep, rich vanilla note to it. There's a little bit of fruit. That grilled peach that I got before has kind of changed a little bit. It's a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more, I don't want to say tannic, but maybe tannic would be a good word, because there's a little bit of fruit bitterness in there. Boy, the finish on this is long. Damn. I knew there was a reason why I haven't had this, but the American Oak single malt in quite some time. When I was really introduced to American single malts, I had this at a restaurant bar down in the Puyallup area, probably 5-6 years ago, and I loved it, but I'd never really spent time exploring it. And to be honest with you, this is a great expression of an American single malt. Again, the vanilla is the creme brulee, the bananas foster, the citric tannins in it. There is a little bit of oak bitterness, but not a whole lot. The malts come together. I can really taste a little bit of that chocolate now as it sits on my palate. Let's go ahead and have another. Yeah. There's more from that pale, not the pale malt. What is it there? Oh, nuts. The pale chocolate malt. I can taste a little bit of that. It kind of gives it that chocolate flavor. The other one that I've mentioned before, Wanderback, and I'll go ahead and post the link of that for that as well. They use the pale chocolate malt, and it kind of gives it that. They use a little bit more of it, I think, because it's a little bit more of an intense, chocolatey, smoky flavor. This really just comes across as a light chocolate. Finish on this is long. I could literally sit down with this particular glass, probably sip on it for a good hour. So, that being said, what am I going to rate this? I would put this right up there with Balcones, Cedar Ridge out of Iowa, Wanderback. This is a classic American single malt. If there's such a thing as a classic American single malt, again, this is kind of a new genre for American single malts. Rating on this is a 90 out of 100. The next one I'm going to review is I believe it's the peated one, and I'll give you kind of a heads up. I don't like that one as much because I think the bitterness with the peat has a tendency to overwhelm the delicacies or delicacies. Is it delicacies? My wording's all off tonight. The intricacies of the flavor profile. So that being said, like I said, 90 out of 100. This is a great American single malt. Anyways, folks, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. And new Whiskey Wednesday. Please, as always, drink responsibly. And life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. Cheers. Hit the thumbs up button too. Take care.